All right, Brian, Professor B. Davis. We had some technical difficulties. This is now part two of our 49 post-game show. Niners winners 32-19 over the New York Jets. We're now going to send you to Kyle Shanahan's thoughts about the game. And we're going to share that right now.
Injuries from the game. Jennings had an ankle. He returned.
Ran with a ton of conviction against a really good defense. What was your thoughts of his performance?
I thought he runs like he's. I mean, when you get him the ball, he breaks tackles. He gets more than we block. JP was awesome today. Just the same stuff that was bothering him all week. There was a little too much today. Game time decision. He came in, just talking to him about it. It was still there. Thought it was going to be smart to keep him out, and we did.
Jordan said after the game he was told on Friday night he was going to start. When did Christian start feeling awry?
I never told Jordan he was going to start. Told him he had to be ready a bunch, but that might have been Bobby or somebody trying to pump him up. But I knew he was going to have to play a lot. I told him that he was going to have to, wasn't going to be like usual. It was going to be a number two back that was splitting a lot of the time. But now he's doing that till today.
Did Christian have some sort of a setback on Friday?
No, he didn't have a setback. I mean, it was on and off throughout the week. He was able to practice throughout the week. Just it was always bothering him to a degree. And sometimes it goes away, sometimes it comes back. And today was bothering him a little too much to where we didn't feel good about it.
Situations where if there's any going to linger over the next several weeks.
What's that?
Is there a concern over the next?
Always. I mean, it's been lingering, but it's getting better and better, and hopefully it'll be better next week.
Is it one of those situations pre-game you'll err on the side of caution?
Not any soreness, but there was too much soreness.
Performance tonight kind of give you some reassurance that you could allow Christian to maybe heal more than?
Not really. I mean, we always think very highly of JP when he's been. That's what he's always done, and you always want Christian out there. What he brings to the run game, also what he brings to the pass game. So it's huge to have Christian, but not at the expense of losing for more games.
What went on with this team this summer, the holdouts, and then obviously your shooting and so much going on in the last few weeks. Did you ever worry about the focus of the team? Did you always understand this is what could be possible in week one?
Yeah, I'm with our team every day, so I know there's lots of news stories and stuff with holdouts and things like that, and when are people coming back. But our guys have been awesome in practice. They've been very focused. Anytime guys don't get a lot of practice in, I wish we could have more. So I wanted to mesh more with those guys who just got here this week. But being able to get 4 practices in with those guys, having the extra day, things like that was great for them. Still got a long way to go. Today by no means was perfect. There were some parts that were sloppy, but just overall, all 3 phases played really well together. Being able to score there at the end of the half and with the field goal, run the clock out, score the opening drive of the third quarter. Our defense getting the 2 turnovers, our kicker going 6 for 6. Being able to have 37 runs, I look at that as a complete team goal that we try to do. So I was real happy with just the team overall.
You think Trent and you look to you?
They seem fine. I'm sure we'll see some things when we watch the tape. But nothing that cost us.
What do you think about the defense against the run? You guys had some changes over the offseason on that side of the ball. Some injuries, obviously. It seemed like a strong first impression.
Yeah, I was really happy watching the D from the sidelines. Thought they were running and hitting. That's the thing that jumps out the most. They got a few big plays on us and a couple drives that got them moving. But for the most part, I thought we were winning most of the downs and gave up a couple big ones that we got to clean up. But I was real impressed with our defense today.
Offensively, you guys started 3 and out, and then he scored, I think, on 8 straight possessions after that. I don't want to say, did you expect it to go?
Don't really have expectations like that. You try to score every time you get the ball, and I don't expect to go 3 and out ever, but it still happens. So I didn't know that we did that until I never seen Mitch very much, so that did make sense. Not having Christian is huge, but we've got a team that really commits to running ball. We got 10 guys out there who block for whoever the running back is. And we got some running backs and some receivers who know how to lower their pads and run the ball too.
See from Brock in his first full game without Christian.
He seemed very, very good. I mean, there was many plays that he left out there. I thought he made some big time plays. I mean, there towards the end, got a little conservative, just felt that we had the game and wanted to focus on winning the game. So we didn't have him do a lot there at the end, and he was very smart with the ball and made sure that there was no chance for them to get back in the game.
Jordan got a lot of snaps in the summer, a lot of first team snaps. Did he get better throughout the summer, and did your confidence in him grow throughout the summer?
No, I don't think so. I think Jordan's looked the same as he always has. Not just losing Christian, but we lost a number of backs. And coolest thing for JP that he was in such good shape going to camp that when a lot of guys go down and a guy's got to do a little bit more in practice, then the next thing you worry about is him going down. And if he wanted to come to camp in such good shape and so ready to go, it would have been hard for that not to wear him out. And it never fazed him at all. I mean, every day in practice, he was the same as he's been in the past and carried it over to the games. And to me, it looks like he always does.
Are you as comfortable as you've ever been going for field goals of 50 yards or longer?
Probably for the distance, yeah. I mean, that's different.
Kyle, pretty much a turnover to start each half. How did that energize the entire team?
It's huge. Anytime you get a turnover, it fires everyone up. I wish we could have scored touchdowns off of both of them, but to still get points, that was one of the reasons we got the 2-score lead and never gave it back.
Lucas Sorensen's game call. It was his first time as a defensive coordinator. What'd you think of some of the dialogue there?
I thought it was great. I've been on that side of the headsets throughout the preseason. I'm a lot during the games and just listen to the communication before those with those guys. Nick's done a great job with all the position coaches and everyone there. They got a real understanding of what we're trying to do and they communicate well. And I've been very happy with that side of the ball.
In training camp, Bobby Turner said, looking at Jordan's rookie year, that he needed to grow up, and maybe Bobby Turner says that about every running back. But, I mean, in what ways has Jordan kind of matured, not just, as a player, but off the field?
I mean, Jordan's always had a ton of confidence since the first day he got here. And I think the most part is getting used to Bobby coaching him, realizing that he's not always angry. He just kind of stays that way and kind of learn to appreciate it. And I think Jordan's really pushed himself each year of just the way he's worked off the field, being more conditioned. He's never been badly conditioned, but he's, we got some guys in our building like Christian, guys like Fred, Juice, George, guys who are very obsessive with how they work out, how they condition themselves, how they eat, how they sleep. And I think that stuff's really rubbed off on JP over the years.
There's a report that you guys were ready to trade Ayuk before it all came together, and that even he had to have a meeting with you, and then you had to try to run up the stairs and try to make sure he wasn't traded. Is that all true?
I mean, most of it, yeah.
So you were ready, the coach Kyle Shannon was ready to trade him?
That sounded a lot more aggressive. You just pointed at me and said, "You." No, it was that I wanted to make sure he wasn't traded already. But no, it's how I kind of reported to you guys throughout the whole time. You guys would ask me stuff about it, and I say anything could happen. There were reports that we almost traded him to some teams, and then we didn't, and some were true, some weren't. But all options were open. And it was a tough thing to kind of get to the final spot of it on both sides. And when it was all said and done, I'm glad that we had the patience. I'm glad that it worked out the way it did because I love having BA here.
With the next 2 games on artificial surfaces, will that play a factor into what you do with Christian, particularly the last time you played on artificial?
Not totally. I don't think that was because of Dre. I mean, the game, I think that had to do more with the practice week. But, you can make the stuff with turf and everything. It's, I'll ask the player how he's feeling. If they feel good and they're ready to go, they're ready to go. If they say, I feel good on grass, but not on turf, that's usually the way of saying that you don't really feel that good.
All right, that's 49ers head coach Kyle Shanahan recapping the game, and the Niners getting and see what happens coming up later in the week. So here on Niners Radio 49, we're gonna this is the part two of the 49ers post game. In case you just missed it. Niners defeat the New York Jets by a score of 32-19. Niners go to 1-0, and we're recapping the game tonight. And reminder coming up, the Niners are on a short week. They'll get back to work on. They'll be on Wednesday for the Minnesota. They'll be playing the next two games away from Levi Stadium before they'll return home. They will not return home until that will be on September 29th, exactly 3 weeks from now. When they'll be back, they'll take on the New England Patriots. First, they'll play the Vikings. Then they'll play the LA Rams down in Los Angeles, down at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, right near by the fabulous Forum in Inglewood, California. Then they'll be back for another 2 games, a 2-game homestand. They'll be taking on they'll begin the stretch after they'll play the Vikings on Sunday in Minneapolis at US Bank Stadium. Then they return to play the Rams at SoFi Stadium. Then the Niners will begin a stretch after this 2-week road trip. They'll play 4 of the next 5 games at the Mecca at Levi Stadium. They'll have in 3 weeks' time, they'll be playing the New England Patriots at the Mecca. Then they'll play the Cardinals in a divisional game. Then after that, they will play after the divisional game. They'll play the Cardinals. Then they'll have that one road trip on that Thursday night. They'll take on the Seahawks in week 6, and then they'll play 2 big home games on against the Chiefs and the Dallas Cowboys to wrap up the month of October before the bye week. So the Niners, after these 2 road games, 4 of the next 5 will be at the Mecca at Levi Stadium before their bye week in early November. So we are getting ready to wrap it up for now. Niners were winners by a score of 32-19. Coming up on the slate, we'll have our season premiere of 49ers recap, the aftermath, Monday quarterback, the special edition of Monday quarterback, the aftermath on Niners Radio 49. We'll recap this game. We'll recap the scoreboard, what's going on around the National Football League. This will be the Tuesday edition. And just a reminder, we'll be doing Monday quarterback Monday after everything's game. We'll be back at regular time on Monday, right after the Niners-Vikings game. We'll have our victory. We'll have our recap on Mondays. And, of course, when the Niners play on a Monday night or a Thursday night telecast, we'll have the Niners recap of the aftermath the day following every 49ers game. So this is what's going to be coming up next. Tomorrow we'll have Niners Radio 49 and our season premiere of 49ers Tailgate Show. I taped earlier. We're going to be putting that taping together, and that'll be coming on Niners Radio 49. We'll be doing that. Again this year. We'll have Niners Radio 49 Tailgate Show. Will be and so much more. And then we'll also have another feature we're going to add into our concept on Niners Radio concept called Niners Radio 49 in Focus, off the field with 49ers, all the chapters, the NFL alumni chapters. If you watch that piece I did on the 49ers alumni kickoff last Thursday night when the Ravens played the Chiefs, go check us out at youtube.com/@NinersRadio49. Please subscribe. Hit the subscribe button to watch all the 49er content. So we are getting ready to wrap it up for tonight. Niners were winners tonight on Monday Night Football by a score of 32-19. Tomorrow we'll have 49ers Live recap the aftermath, recap the game, and we'll get you ready for the Niners and the Vikings next Sunday. That game will be a 10 a.m. kickoff time, 10 a.m. kickoff time, and that will be a 10 a.m. in the morning kickoff time on the West Coast. That will be on CBS following the NFL Today. Then we'll have our Niners Radio 49 postgame after that game is concluded. So I'd like to thank all of you right now for joining us on Niners Radio 49. Latest news on 49ers news and so much more, go to 49ers.com and for all the latest 49er content. For now, I'm Brian Professor B. Davis, and so long. Thank you for watching 49ers postgame live tonight. And one more thing, doing night games, only doing the day games, we'll have 49ers postgame live, postgame shows at the Hilton Hotel throughout the entire season. We'll have a full hour immediately right after 49ers football, all home games, doing only we'll have at the Hilton Hotel after Sunday day games. So we thank you for watching and thank you for tuning in. And please hit the subscribe button. Our goal is trying to get 1,000 subscribers. We're trying to build Niners Radio 49, taking it to the next level. Thank you very much for all of you watching, all of you 49 faithful watching tonight. Niners will winners tonight. And thank you for watching Niners Radio 49. Niners Radio 49 is an association with the Satellite Digital Media News Network, your exclusive network home of San Francisco 49ers football. Wherever a team has a fan and every fan has a voice, the network home of champions. Brian Professor B. Davis signing off, and have a good night, everybody. Niners football, faithful then, faithful now, faithful to the Bay. Go Niners!